A girl sat at her first college entrance exam, unable to write a single word. Looking at her disabled hands, she broke down in tears. She tried holding the pen with her mouth, but even as the exam ended, she hadn't managed to write anything. Despair consumed her. In previous exams, she'd always had an assistant to help fill out her papers. But on this most crucial day, the college entrance exam, her assistant was stuck in traffic. The reason? The minister's daughter had decided to go shopping and used her father's authority to order police to block the roads. Desperate, the girl called her brother, but he was also trapped in the traffic jam. With no other options, she returned to the classroom and placed her last hope in the exam proctor, who also refused to help. Just like that, she missed the most important test of her life. Her furious brother went to the police station to file a complaint against the minister's daughter. But when the chief heard who the complaint was against, his expression immediately changed. The brother was seized by a group of thugs, stuffed into a sandbag, and beaten continuously for 12 hours until he died. This was the price of crossing the minister. But there was one man who stood as evil's nemesis, Jack, the assistant who helped the disabled girl write. One day, he witnessed a man bullying a young beggar girl who had suffered a head injury. Jack immediately demanded the man take her to the hospital, but he refused. Enraged, Jack dragged the man out and gave him a thorough beating. Unfortunately, the beaten man was a local gang member. He reported the incident to his boss, who quickly tracked down Jack's girlfriend. When she tried to fight back, they grabbed her by the collar. Seeing this, Jack exploded with rage. In just 10 seconds, he'd knocked down the entire gang and left their leader with a crooked jaw. The gang boss fled home, but Jack wasn't about to let him go. He pursued him straight to his mansion, kicked down the door, easily dispatched the bodyguards inside, and broke the boss's arm. But in the next moment, several guns were suddenly pointed at his head. Jack was quickly locked up, but the officers released him shortly after. It turned out the gang boss had connections with the interior minister's son-in-law. Since Jack had beaten up his underling, the minister's son-in-law decided to personally torture Jack to death. No sooner had he spoken than he ordered his men to strike Jack with a club, followed by a brutal beating. Jack was soon on the ground, but then he suddenly roared with fury. He transformed into beast mode, becoming like a wild animal as he savagely turned the tables on his attacker. The underlings were so terrified they wet themselves and fled in panic, afraid that staying a second longer would mean death at Jack's hands. Jack then threw the man into a car. Today's recommended film is Jai Ho. Unfortunately, due to copyright restrictions, I can only share this much with you. If you're interested, please search for the full movie. Thank you for watching. I'll share exciting films with you every day. See you next time.